Hey everyone, Annette Dion here. It's time for Off the Ledge. It's Monday. It's a brand new week once again. The sun is shining brightly. Beautiful day here. I hope that you're having a good one thus far. I'm going to just mention a few things, and one is that this is going to be a really intense week, but you know, I could say that every week, I guess, but this is going to be a very pivotal, intense week. I have a vision of this is kind of strange, but I'll just share it with you. I have a vision of like this really low frequency sound wave, sound vibration that has a clearing effect coming down over the White House. You know, like if you ever saw Close Encounters of a Third Kind, I think they have the sound like that in that movie. Maybe at the end when the spaceship is coming down. But anyway, there's that, and also the regime is falling apart, and we really know that we're making an impact. We are. The fact of the matter is, and everything's becoming so clear, not just to us who have known so much for so long, but what's going on. You know, like you get a criminal in the White House and and end up with, you know, a convicted felon, right? 34 times. Get a convicted felon in the White House, and what are you going to expect? Crimes, right? Is it just me? It's like crimes. So he admitted with Mom Donnie that he is a fascist. He didn't have a problem with being called a fascist. Oh, sorry, Sadhguru, there's flowers in your face. So he admitted that he was a fascist, and he already told us like last year on the campaign trail that he was going to be a dictator on day one. So let's not sugarcoat this. We have a fascist dictator in the White House in the United States of America, and we cannot stand for it. And we are not. So we're working with our energy, our vibrational frequency, our visualizations, our prayers and intentions, and our activism to turn this around, because failure to do so is not an option and should never be considered an option. Let's read from our friend Ernest Holmes. Please check out Church of Spirituality from yesterday, and if you have some time, I think a lot of you do the guided meditation for a healed America from Thursday night, last Thursday, or any other Thursday, and those are under the lives. So today, Ernest says this: intuition. Before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. So in other words, this is from the book of Isaiah. What you know and feel in your mind and your heart, it's already known by the divine. So we're colluding with the divine. Dr. Alexis Carrel tells us that intuition is not a product of the intellect, nor is it something that is developed in the process of our evolution. It is then a thing in itself, intuition. That which is instinct in the animal, blindly, unerringly leading it to food, water, and shelter, becomes intuition in man, consciously perceived. Instinct is intuition acting unconsciously. Intuition is instinct elevated to the point of self-awareness. They are identical. Intuition is omniscience, acting omnipresently. Therefore, whether or not we believe it, it is ever present with us. We are all intuitive. Today we know that intuition, which is the presence of the divine mind in us, will guide us aright. It will set us on the path of right action. It will direct our footsteps. It will counsel our mind. Today we are aware that there is a light that dispels ignorance, fear, superstition, and doubt, and sets us safe and sane on the pathway of truth. The mind that we discover within us is the mind that governs everything. So Ernest is encouraging us here to understand that we all have intuition, and it brings to mind a lot of you, and the lovely comments that you make, and thank you, are indicating to me, my impression from the comments that I'm getting for my videos, is there's a preponderance of people knowing that we're working our way out of this. There's a real strong energy to what you all are saying that indicates to me that we're all kind of getting the message that actually this is going to end. This nightmare is going to end. There are a lot of things going on right now that once this regime is held accountable, boy, are they done. I'm going to play for you Kathy Beale's astrological forecast for today. I need to just grab my cards from the other side of the room, so let me just do that. Yeah, the 24th, here we go.
This is Kathy Beale of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro Insight for November 24th, 2025. Meaningful communication is everywhere. You may hear from people you haven't in a long time and have air clearing exchanges. This is one of those days when people find themselves having an hour conversation, figuring out how they first met and just reliving it. Say the stuff that's in your heart. Speak it out now. And if you do it by thinking it, you may very well hit your target.
That's appropriate for the sun now being in Sagittarius, the truth teller. It's always good to talk things out rather than to hold them in. We can all find hospitable ways to do that. Okay, let's pull 3 cards to guide us through today. Later on, I will do a video and upload it. It's been a little bit easier for me to cover the news that way because it's so concentrated. The news is so concentrated. It's so amazingly rife with news. It's been a bit easier to just do the half-hour videos and upload them. So thank you all for understanding that was just a better way for me to go for the time being. But the live streams happen on Thursday nights and on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern. And with all the videos, you can always check them out later. Let's choose 3 cards to guide us through today. Believe in the best. Believe in the best. Before I read the cards, I just want to mention that as far as the Epstein file situation goes, I was listening to Ben Meiselas this morning at Midas Touch, and he mentioned that the amount of evidence material in the Epstein files it's like so much that it could fill several skyscrapers, he said, which I thought was like kind of unbelievable. But if anybody's worried, oh, Pam Bondi is gonna hide the files and it's gonna be all redacted, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It's just like I said before, it's like if somebody sneezes and you try to collect every single microscopic droplet from the sneeze. It's just too much, and even more so than that. Remember that we are the creators. Yesterday at Church of Spirituality, I talked about being centered and thinking about yourself and what you're doing to keep yourself in a place of feeling like you have enough to give. That means you have to give to yourself. Or this is what, especially during these times, it's easy to fall into overwhelm and exhaustion, which is a fascist tactic to get you to quit. Doesn't work, because the more we're kind of sharing the burden and we're co-creating the reality that we want to all experience together. Don't forget, we are the power. The people have the power. There's millions more of us than there are of them. If it helps you to visualize something like I mentioned at the start, a big, deep sound coming down upon the White House, and just like they can't stand that. They can't stand the vibration that's coming in. It feels like a bass kind of a sound is more effective with that visualization. So anyhow, that's what I have for you. You can do it or not, but it just came to me. To book a session, psychic@dion.com. Please hit the thumbs up. Please donate. There's a way to donate. Please hit the hype button. And I think I've gotten wind of what's been going on with my channel. I have a pretty good idea. So we just keep on keeping on. I'll see you soon. Become a member if you want access to all my teaching, and we'll see you very soon. Namaste.